What if the most breathtaking places on Earth simply vanished? This inheritance is proving to be terrifyingly fragile. The delicate balance sustaining these wonders is under threat. Today on Mindful Wanderer, we embark on a journey both beautiful and urgent. It is an invitation to truly see these places as fleeting moments of profound beauty. In the vast, sunlit Indian Ocean lies the Maldives, a jeweled archipelago of over 1,000 coral islands shimmering like pearls on sapphire and turquoise seas. Each island is a world of white sand and lush palms, born from coral and the patient work of nature's smallest architects. The clear waters teem with life, sustaining a unique culture and drawing visitors seeking tranquility and beauty. The Maldives, a fragile Eden, resting gently upon the ocean's surface. Yet this idyllic perfection masks a profound vulnerability. The very foundation of the Maldives, its low-lying topography, has now become its greatest weakness. With an average ground-level elevation of just 1.5 meters above sea level, it holds the unenviable title of the world's flattest country. For centuries, this proximity to the ocean was a blessing, a source of sustenance and connection. But in an era of unprecedented global change, it has placed the entire nation on the front line of a slow-motion catastrophe, a crisis that threatens its very existence with each passing year. The global climate is warming at an alarming rate, and the consequences are being felt most acutely in the planet's vast oceans. As atmospheric temperatures rise, the sea absorbs a significant portion of this excess heat. This warming causes the water itself to expand, a phenomenon known as thermal expansion. Simultaneously, ancient glaciers and colossal ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica are melting, pouring unfathomable volumes of fresh water into the sea. The result is a steady, inexorable rise in global sea levels, an invisible tide that is slowly but surely encroaching upon the world's coastlines. For the people of the Maldives, this is not a distant scientific projection, it is a lived reality. The encroachment of the sea is visible everywhere. Beach erosion, once a gradual natural process, has accelerated dramatically, carving away the precious land upon which homes, schools, and infrastructure are built. Saltwater intrusion is contaminating the thin lens of fresh water that lies beneath the islands, rendering wells undrinkable and threatening agriculture. The very ground beneath their feet is becoming saturated and unstable. The sea, their lifelong provider, is slowly turning into a relentless adversary. The threat is existential. Scientists warn that at the current rate of sea level rise, a significant portion of the Maldives could become uninhabitable by the middle of this century. The entire nation, a sovereign state with a rich history and a vibrant culture, faces the terrifying prospect of being completely submerged by the end of it. It would be the first country to be erased from the map by the consequences of climate change, its people becoming modern-day climate refugees. The disappearance of the Maldives would be an immeasurable loss, not just of land, but of a unique human heritage and a world of natural wonder. The Maldives, in its radiant glory, offers unparalleled serenity. The best time to visit is the dry season, November to April, when calm seas and brilliant sunshine reveal its beauty. Clear waters invite you to snorkel or dive among vibrant reefs and gentle giants like manta rays. Each sunset is a masterpiece, reminding us this paradise is precious, and its window of opportunity is closing. Off the northeast coast of Australia lies the Great Barrier Reef, a living structure visible from space. It's a vibrant, living superorganism built by coral polyps. These tiny creatures create the reef's limestone skeleton. The reef hosts a biodiverse ecosystem, a kaleidoscope of life. Over 1,500 fish species and marine turtles thrive here. It's a symphony of life, a natural wonder of beauty and significance. Once vibrant and full of life, coral reefs are now falling silent. A silent pandemic, coral bleaching, sweeps across these underwater cities. Driven by rising ocean temperatures, corals expel their colorful algae, revealing ghostly white skeletons beneath. If heat persists, the coral dies, leaving behind a crumbling, lifeless reef. Without urgent action, these vital ecosystems may vanish within decades. The Great Barrier Reef is breathtaking but fading. The best time to dive is June to October when the water is clear and calm and marine life like dwarf minke and humpback whales thrives. Responsible operators protect the reef and educate visitors about its fragility. Every dive is a chance to witness beauty and the urgent need for protection. At the lowest point on Earth lies the extraordinary Dead Sea, a hypersaline lake between Jordan and Israel. Its waters, 10 times saltier than the ocean, allow effortless floating. Visitors experience the surreal sensation of floating in mineral-rich waters. The turquoise waters are fringed with salt formations that glitter under the sun, a sanctuary of stillness, where the modern world dissolves into sun, salt, and silence. The Dead Sea is shrinking rapidly, its water level dropping over a meter each year. Water diversion from the Jordan River has left the sea starving, and evaporation outpaces replenishment. Vast, cracked mudflats now stretch where water once was, and dangerous sinkholes scar the land. Without urgent action, this ancient wonder may soon be just a memory. The window of opportunity to witness the extraordinary Dead Sea is narrowing. Floating in the Dead Sea is a fleeting experience, a moment our generation may be the last to fully appreciate. Visit before it's irrevocably altered by evaporation and human consumption. The best times to visit are spring and autumn with pleasant sun-drenched days. Enjoy floating and indulging in the famous Dead Sea mud baths. The air is clear, offering stunning views across the water. Explore a region steeped in history like Masada and Qumran caves. A trip to the Dead Sea is more than a holiday, it's a pilgrimage to a vanishing world. There is no city on Earth quite like Venice. Built on over 100 islands in the Adriatic Sea, it's a masterpiece of human ingenuity. Canals serve as streets, with gondolas and vaporettos as transport. Venice is a floating museum of breathtaking beauty. From St. Mark's Basilica to the Doge's Palace, Venice wears its history with elegance. Yet, the sea that defines Venice also threatens its existence. Venice's beauty is threatened by acqua alta, high water flooding that's growing worse each year. Rising seas and a sinking city mean Piazza San Marco often floods first, a surreal but troubling sight. Italy's Mose floodgates now shield Venice, but as sea levels rise, even this ambitious project may not be enough. To experience Venice before its fate is sealed is to capture a moment of fragile beauty. The best times to visit are spring and early autumn, when the city glows with soft light and fewer crowds. Every visit is tinged with urgency, a chance to witness a living miracle, a city fighting against time and tide. Seeing Venice now is to collect a precious memory of a wonder that may soon be lost. Mount Kilimanjaro rises in solitary majesty above the East African plains, Africa's highest peak and the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. Its snow-capped summit stands alone, a beacon over the sun-scorched savannas of Tanzania. For climbers, reaching its iconic glaciers is the ultimate reward, a breathtaking spectacle and a symbol of Africa's wild beauty. The legendary snows of Kilimanjaro are vanishing, its magnificent glaciers are in rapid decline. Over 85% of the ice has disappeared since the early 1900s. Scientists warn the ice could vanish entirely by 2040, driven by global climate change and shifting weather patterns. The vanishing ice is a powerful symbol, a silent warning from the roof of Africa about our planet's fragility. Climbing Kilimanjaro is more than an adventure. It's a chance to witness glaciers that may soon vanish forever. The best time is during the dry seasons, when clear skies reveal breathtaking views and the journey is at its most rewarding. As the sun rises, the mountain's majesty and the poignancy of its melting ice are truly felt, a powerful reminder of our changing planet. The Amazon, often called the lungs of the planet, is a vast emerald sea of life, home to 1/10 of all known species on Earth. Its rivers and forests shelter legendary creatures, from pink river dolphins to jaguars and anacondas. Each dawn, the jungle awakens in a symphony of sound, a testament to its vibrant, interconnected life. But this masterpiece faces grave threats. Deforestation and human activity are silencing its song, endangering the lungs of our planet. The Amazon faces a stark threat: deforestation. Vast swaths are cleared for cattle and soy, leaving a patchwork of isolated forest islands. From above, fishbone scars and roads cut deep into the forest, a testament to our demand for resources. Each cleared patch means lost habitat, pushing countless species toward extinction. For indigenous communities, deforestation threatens their culture, livelihoods, and the future of the Amazon. Despite the Amazon's challenges, there's still a window of opportunity to witness its breathtaking wonder. During the wet season, the forest transforms, rivers swell, flooding the floor and creating a unique ecosystem. Exploring by canoe, you glide through treetops, eye to eye with monkeys and birds. It's a powerful reminder of what's at stake, and why protecting the Amazon matters now more than ever. Scattered like precious jewels across the turquoise expanse of the Indian Ocean, the islands of the Seychelles are the epitome of a tropical paradise. This archipelago of 115 islands represents a sanctuary of sublime beauty, a place where granite mountains draped in emerald jungle plunge dramatically towards pristine white sand beaches. These are not just any islands, they are the peaks of a submerged mountain range, remnants of the ancient supercontinent Gondwana, making them unique geological wonders. Their isolation has allowed life to evolve in remarkable ways, creating a haven of endemism found nowhere else on Earth. The beaches of the Seychelles are legendary, consistently ranked among the most beautiful in the world. Anse Source d'Argent, with its sculpted granite boulders polished by time and tide, and Anse Lazio, with its perfect crescent of soft white sand, are masterpieces of natural design. The water that laps these shores is a mesmerizing palette of blues, from pale aquamarine in the shallows to deep sapphire in the distance. Here, the rhythm of life slows to the gentle ebb and flow of the tide, a peaceful and idyllic existence that has captivated travelers for centuries. It is a world seemingly untouched by time. Beyond the beaches, the island's interiors hold their own treasures. The Vallée de Mai, a UNESCO World Heritage Site on the island of Praslin, is a primeval palm forest that feels like a journey back in time. Here grows the legendary Coco de Mer, a palm that produces the largest seed in the plant kingdom, a botanical curiosity that has fueled myths and legends for centuries. Walking beneath the giant fronds of these ancient palms, listening to the calls of the endemic black parrot, is to experience a fragment of a world that has existed in splendid isolation for millions of years. This idyllic paradise, however, is extraordinarily fragile. Its low-lying islands and delicate coastal ecosystems are on the front line of a changing world. The very elements that create its beauty, the sea and the sun, now pose the greatest threats to its continued existence. The Seychelles is a microcosm of the challenges facing small island nations across the globe, a beautiful but vulnerable world standing at a precipice. The survival of this Indian Ocean jewel depends entirely on our ability to address the global forces that are reshaping our planet with alarming speed. The double-edged sword of climate change hangs precariously over the Seychelles. The most immediate and visible threat is the rising sea level. As global temperatures increase, glaciers melt and ocean water expands, causing the sea to creep inexorably higher. For a nation where most of the population and infrastructure is concentrated along a narrow coastal strip, the consequences are dire. Beaches, the lifeblood of the nation's tourism economy, are eroding at an alarming rate, with some already having vanished completely. The slow-motion inundation threatens to swallow homes, roads, and entire communities. Beneath the waves, another tragedy is unfolding. The same warming waters that cause sea levels to rise are also devastating the archipelago's coral reefs. These reefs are not just beautiful underwater gardens, they are the foundation of the marine ecosystem, providing food and shelter for countless species, and protecting the island's coastlines from the full force of the ocean's waves. Widespread coral bleaching events, where the corals expel their life-giving algae and turn a ghostly white, have become more frequent and severe, leaving behind barren underwater graveyards where vibrant ecosystems once thrived. The loss of these coral reefs has a devastating domino effect. Without their protection, coastal erosion accelerates, making the islands even more vulnerable to storm surges and rising seas. The collapse of the reef ecosystem leads to a sharp decline in fish populations, threatening the food security and livelihoods of the Seychellois people, who have depended on the ocean's bounty for generations. The vibrant underwater world that once drew divers and snorkelers from across the globe is fading, taking with it a significant part of the island's natural heritage and economic future. The Seychelles is fighting back, implementing ambitious conservation projects and championing the cause of small island nations on the global stage. They are creating marine protected areas and pioneering innovative blue finance initiatives to fund conservation efforts. But their struggle highlights a painful truth. The fate of the Seychelles is not entirely in its own hands. It is at the mercy of global emissions and international climate policy. Without a concerted global effort to curb climate change, this island paradise and others like it faces a future where its very existence is in question. To experience the Seychelles at its best, timing is key. The months of April, May, October, and November offer calm seas, clear skies, and vibrant marine life, perfect for diving, snorkeling, and hiking lush trails. These seasons of serenity reveal the island's rare beauty and remind us of the urgent need to protect this fragile paradise for the future. At the southernmost tip of South America lies a land of mythic proportions, a wild and windswept wilderness known as Patagonia. Here, straddling the border between Argentina and Chile, is a realm of ice and rock, home to the southern Patagonian icefield. This is the world's second-largest contiguous icefield outside of the polar regions, a colossal river of ice that has sculpted the dramatic landscape of the Andes for millennia. It is a place of raw, untamed beauty, where jagged granite peaks pierce the sky and vast glaciers spill down into turquoise lakes. A truly primordial landscape. The sheer scale of these ice fields is honestly staggering. They are the remnants of the last great ice age, a frozen legacy covering thousands of square miles. From this immense ice cap, dozens of major glaciers flow, carving their way through the mountains like slow-moving rivers. The most famous of these is the Perito Moreno Glacier in Argentina, a towering wall of ice that advances relentlessly, its face a constant spectacle of calving icebergs. The thunderous roar of ice breaking away and crashing into the lake below is a powerful, visceral reminder of the immense forces of nature at work here. These glaciers are more than just scenic wonders, they are vital components of the regional ecosystem. They act as massive freshwater reservoirs, storing precipitation as snow and ice and releasing it slowly as meltwater during the warmer months. This meltwater feeds the rivers and lakes of Patagonia, sustaining the unique flora and fauna of the region and providing a critical water source for communities downstream. The health of these glaciers is directly linked to the health of the entire Patagonian wilderness, a delicate balance that has been maintained for thousands of years. To stand in the presence of a Patagonian glacier is a humbling experience. It is to feel a connection to deep time, to witness a geological process that unfolds on a scale far beyond human comprehension. The air is crisp and clean, filled with the sound of wind and cracking ice. The colors are intense, the brilliant white and blue of the ice, the deep green of the subpolar forests, and the impossible turquoise of the glacial lakes. This is one of the planet's last great wildernesses, a landscape that speaks of the power and majesty of the natural world. But this timeless landscape is changing at a pace that is anything but geological. The glaciers of Patagonia are melting, and they are doing so faster than almost any other glaciers in the world. Rising global temperatures are causing these colossal rivers of ice to retreat at an alarming rate. What took millennia to form is now vanishing in the span of a human lifetime. The evidence is stark and undeniable. Satellite images show the glaciers shrinking year after year, their snouts pulling back from the lakes and valleys they once filled, leaving behind barren moraines and altered landscapes. The consequences of this rapid melt are profound and far-reaching. The immediate effect is a dramatic increase in the volume of meltwater, which can lead to the formation of unstable glacial lakes. These lakes can burst their natural dams, causing catastrophic floods downstream that threaten ecosystems and human settlements. While the short-term effect is an overabundance of water, the long-term prognosis is one of scarcity. As the glaciers continue to shrink, their ability to act as reliable water reservoirs diminishes, threatening the water supply for millions of people in both Argentina and Chile. The melting of these vast ice fields also contributes directly to global sea level rise. While smaller in scale than the great ice sheets of Greenland and Antarctica, the rapid melting of Patagonia's glaciers makes them a significant contributor to the rising oceans that threaten coastal communities worldwide. The fate of these remote glaciers is inextricably linked to the fate of low-lying cities and island nations thousands of miles away. The great melt in Patagonia is not a localized issue, it is a global one, a clear and dramatic signal of a planet in distress. For the unique ecosystems that depend on the glaciers, the changes are catastrophic. As the ice retreats, the entire landscape is transformed. The cold, nutrient-rich meltwater that feeds the fjords and supports a unique marine food web is changing in volume and temperature, impacting everything from plankton to whales. On land, species adapted to the cold, harsh environment near the ice edge find their habitats shrinking. We are witnessing the rapid unraveling of an entire world, a world that has been defined by ice for eons, and its disappearance will leave a void that can never be refilled. For those who wish to witness the majesty of these glaciers before they recede further, the best time to visit is during the Southern Hemisphere's summer, from December to March. This is the premier hiking season in Patagonia, when the weather is at its most stable and the days are long, offering ample daylight for exploring the region's spectacular national parks, such as Torres del Paine in Chile and Los Glaciares in Argentina. The trails are generally free of snow, and the vibrant summer colors of the landscape provide a stunning contrast to the white and blue of the ice. Trekking in Patagonia is an adventure unlike any other. The trails lead you through breathtaking scenery, past windswept grasslands, through ancient southern beech forests, and up to viewpoints that offer panoramic vistas of the ice fields. Hikes can range from gentle day walks to challenging multi-day circuits, but all offer an intimate connection with this wild landscape. To walk these trails is to follow in the footsteps of explorers and mountaineers, to feel the raw power of the wind and to be humbled by the sheer scale and beauty of the mountains and their glaciers. One of the most profound experiences is to get up close to the ice itself. Guided ice trekking excursions allow you to walk on the surface of a glacier, a truly surreal experience. Equipped with crampons, you can explore the crevasses, moulins, and ice caves of this frozen world, seeing the incredible textures and deep blue colors of the compacted ice. It is a chance to feel the living, breathing nature of the glacier beneath your feet, to hear its groans and cracks, and to gain a deeper appreciation for its immense power and its current fragility. Visiting Patagonia now is a journey to the edge of a changing world. It is a chance to see these magnificent rivers of ice, to hear the thunder of calving icebergs, and to witness firsthand the dramatic impact of a warming climate. The beauty is tinged with a sense of urgency, a feeling that you are seeing something that future generations may only know from photographs. The call of the Patagonian Trail is a call to bear witness, to connect with one of the planet's most spectacular and threatened landscapes, and to carry its story back to the world. At the delta of the great rivers lies a realm unlike any other on Earth. The Sundarbans, a labyrinth of tidal waterways and mangrove islands, a world in motion, shaped by the tides. Life here adapts to constant flux, a dance between freshwater and saltwater. The largest tidal mangrove forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Breathtakingly beautiful, yet undeniably dangerous. This ancient kingdom faces unprecedented threats from climate change. Deep within the Sundarbans, the Royal Bengal tiger reigns as monarch, adapted to swim rivers, hunt fish and crabs, and blend perfectly into the mangrove shadows. But rising seas and shrinking forests threaten both tigers and the people who share this land. Protecting the Sundarbans means saving a unique ecosystem, its iconic predator, and millions of vulnerable lives. The best time to visit the Sundarbans is between October and March, when the weather is cool and dry and wildlife is most visible along the riverbanks. But the threats are clear. Erosion and dying mangroves show a fragile ecosystem under stress. To visit is to witness climate change in action and to feel the urgent call to protect this irreplaceable forest. High in Montana's Rocky Mountains, Glacier National Park, known as the crown of the continent, boasts jagged peaks, turquoise lakes, and ancient forests. For millennia, Native American tribes have revered these mountains as sacred. But the park's iconic glaciers, once numbering over 150, are vanishing. Fewer than 25 remain. Their loss signals a profound change, a silent alarm echoing across this breathtaking wilderness. The glaciers are vanishing before our eyes, a poignant sign of our warming world. Historic photos reveal a dramatic retreat, like watching a ghost recede into the mountains. As glaciers shrink, streams warm and fade, threatening unique species and the park's delicate balance. These glaciers are more than ice. They're the park's memory, a vital record of Earth's climate, now slipping away. Summer in Glacier National Park is a fleeting wonder, when trails open, wildflowers bloom, and glaciers glisten under the sun. Hiking here is both beautiful and bittersweet, as the melting ice reminds us of what's at stake. To visit now is to witness the end of an era and to be inspired to protect what remains. From the sinking atolls of the Maldives to the melting crown of the American continent, we've witnessed breathtaking beauty and profound vulnerability. These wonders are fading before our eyes, their futures hanging in a delicate balance. They are treasures for us and generations to come, a fragile legacy we must protect. Cherish this gift, and let's act before it's gone forever.